Welcome to this week's edition of the Lowe Down, the second of this new season. I'm Rebecca Lowe. Tim Howard, Robbie Mustoe have 5 questions between them. I get 30 seconds to answer each one about the weekend's action and all the key themes of the day. Tim Howard, you have question number 1?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes thinks that the referees should grant Manchester United an apology for not giving a handball against Tottenham. Your thoughts?
I think Bruno Fernandes has a lot to say. I like Bruno Fernandes. He's come over to our pitchside desk before when we've been at Old Trafford, and I like him a lot. He's always so polite, but he whines a lot, doesn't he? There's a lot of whinging, and he's the Manchester United captain, and I think they could do without that distraction, especially as last Monday they got away with one massively when Onana crunched the Wolves player. So, no, absolutely no apology needed. Of course, referees are not going to come out with an apology. If anybody, it'll be Howard Webb. But no, you win some, you lose some. Bruno, I think you might slightly have to pipe down.
Okay.
Robbie.
Question number 2. How concerned should Everton fans be after their poor start?
Oh, my gosh. Well, we were at Goodison Park on the final day of last season, and one of you asked me, I think, on that lowdown, whether or not we'd be there again this season. And I said, yeah, I think we will. Because I don't see the leadership at the top of that club, the owners, the board, I don't see absolutely any change whatsoever. Sean Dyche, for me, we talked a little bit about this today. He feels slightly like 5 years ago, man. You know, I'm not sure there's a place for him right now. Oh, that's a strong thing to say, isn't it? But I don't have a lot of faith. I don't have a lot of faith. Dominic Calvert-Lewin going off with a smashed cheekbone, that's their hope. Right there. Off he goes. I feel really sorry for him. So, no, the answer to your question is not a lot of hope, no. Tim.
Okay, question number 3. Brighton finished in 6th place last year, 2 big wins already. Can they finish higher this season?
I don't see why not. I mean, it's really difficult to judge this early on, but 4-1 against Luton. We'll see how Luton get on. I expect them to struggle. And 4-1 against Wolves. So I also expect them to struggle. So we shouldn't get too carried away. But they are dispatching these teams with aplomb. It is amazing. We were watching the highlights again today. And just to see Enciso and then Solly March, you're like, it's just one after the other in terms of these players. I think 5th or 4th. I mean, why can't they? Why can't they? They have everything in their locker. They used to be a team that could never score goals. Now we can't stop them scoring goals. So, yeah, absolutely. I think they should be aiming certainly for a Champions League spot, which this season, by the way, could end up being the top 5. But we won't know that, bizarrely, until the end of the season. Rob?
OK, next question. A draw and now a win for Tottenham. Are you a fan of Ange Ball?
I think I am. And ever since opening weekend, when you said they were rather wild in their first half against Brentford, I'm here for wildness. I'm here for it. I like him. He's so different to not only the Tottenham managers in the last few years, but just every manager. It's just something about him that's refreshingly different. So I'm having Postecoglou. I like the fact that there's a positivity around the club, because with Harry Kane leaving, it could so have been just sort of plunge into the depths of despair. But it feels like Kane's gone off and done his thing really well, and they're not mourning him too much because the Maddisons of this world, Sonny, they're all playing up. So, yeah, at the moment, Ange Ball's here to stay. I like it.
Ange Ball. Final question. You're a huge supporter of the England Lionesses. Difficult World Cup loss today. What message do you have for them?
The message is of course to be proud. Of course to be proud of everything they've done, because to get this far in any tournament, but in a Women's World Cup, is staggering considering where football was in England. 50 years ago, England women were banned from playing football. Women were not allowed to play football in my home country. It's staggering that today we got to the World Cup final. I would say there's another big step to go, though, because Spain far and away were the better team. So it's a case of, OK, congratulations, massive pride, you've got that far. Let's keep at it. Let's keep at it. Let's keep Serena Wiegmann, whose contract runs until 2025. Let's try and win the Euros again before having another bash at the World Cup. It will come. It is coming.
Coming home.
Just got to keep going. I know. It's just heartbreaking. That's why I wore light blue today, because that was their kit. Don't forget, NBC Sports YouTube channel has all of our original content, Premier League Update, which gives you all the highlights that you could ever want. The 2 Robbies with their podcast. They've got the tactics session on there as well with the chaps. And then, of course, this show, The Lowe Down, as well. And that was the 2nd episode this season of The Lowe Down. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.